push us back. See if it works again. And then really slowly starting to bring everything back into reverse. So we're going to reduce the movement of the legs, minimizing the movement of the elbows and the hips and the shoulders, and allowing that head to nod from side to side in a large figure of 8. Notice if you might be using the opposite direction. Does it feel different to the one you've started off with? And then making that movement even smaller, so that is the tip of the nose, it's drawing the 8. And then allowing the eyes to go around the room. And with that, the O in your mouth. And then bringing everything into the center, taking your hands into front of your chest. Lower your gaze and release. And from here we're going to, I don't know how elegantly we can do it, down onto all fours. There's a little bit of a up and down, so let's see if we can do that without our hands. And you can either go down like this. Yes, it seemed easy enough. And before we're going to rest on the all fours, we're going to move our hands around a little bit, feeling into our wrists. And see how it feels. And of course, if you need cushioning for your knees, it feels more comfortable, you can use your blanket. I'm not going to be a very long time, but some come onto your knuckles. And again, turn around the clock, just sensing in how it feels that your wrists are now carrying your body weight. Also come onto your fingertips to see how it feels, them carrying your weight. And then my favorite on the strange sensation scale is coming back onto the back of your hands, because we would very rarely use that. And allow yourself to take body weight or not by leaning onto your wrists and also taking your body weight back towards your heels. So be gentle and mindful with the movement, and then find your position that supports your upper body well on your shoulders. Come a little bit forward so you've got space to stretch your legs out. We're going to roll into the toes just a couple of times from side to side, pushing into the toes, stretching the leg back and rolling over. And then stepping back in and doing the same on the other side. Rolling from side to side, coming onto the side of the foot. And here again, as you're taking your hips back towards your heels, your foot will receive more of a stretch and more of your body weight. And then let's come back down. And here we're going to take a few breaths in cat and cow, and I'm inviting you to start the movement with your tailbone. So as you are inhaling, allowing that tailbone to curl towards your tummy, and allowing that movement to travel across the spine, allowing to develop from the tailbone up towards the crown of the head, and then exhaling, just lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and again allowing that movement to travel. And only taking the gaze up towards the top of the mat. And then inhaling and exhaling, moving the spine, starting from the tailbone. As you're curling your tailbone under, stay with the sensations that is created by the tailbone and how your spine follows round, and allow your head to be heavy and responding to the movement. And if you are familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can use that throughout, supporting your movement and your breath. And now starting to, as you're curling your tailbone under, with the next curling under, take your weight back towards your heels and lengthen the arms, then soften the elbows as you're lifting the tailbone up and come up into the hands, allowing your breath to flow naturally, supporting your movement and matching the speed of your movement, the comfort of the breath. So we're now making a large circle as we're curling the spine, the tailbone under, and then taking the weight towards the heels, and then softening the elbows as the tailbone goes up. Moving the hips in a large circle if you're always looking from the side. Allowing the driver of the movement to be the tailbone and the area of the hips. Really nice. And then the next time you're coming through a tabletop where you're supported on your arms and legs, find a pause of stillness, and then step your right hand closer to the left hand, so almost underneath in the middle of your chest. And let's inhale, taking the left arm out to the side, and on the exhale, swing it behind your right arm. Inhaling, taking the left arm out to the side again, and exhale, swing it behind the right. Inhaling, swinging it up, and exhale, behind. And one more time, dynamically allow your head to follow the arm, and exhale, down. And now, if it feels comfortable, bend your right arm and lower yourself down towards the floor. Taking a few breaths. Allowing that stretch to settle. You might like to use your right hand to cushion the side of your head, or your ear, your left ear, as it's on the floor. Notice how your breath might be changing. Stay with the sensations around your spine. With the next inhalation, come back up and take the left arm out to the side, and exhale, bring it back down. And then rearrange your hands for your chest to be nicely supported. And then bring your left hand close to the right, and inhale the right arm up to the side, and exhale, swing it behind the left arm. And a few times dynamically, starting to bring your gaze onto your hand, noticing the sensations in your back. And with the next exhalation, allow yourself to drop down towards the floor, bending the left elbow, using your left hand as a cushion for your head if that feels comfortable. And stay with the sensations around your back. And any other areas your body is sending you signals from. And then on the next inhale, release to come out, lifting the arm up and dropping it back down. And then from here we're going to come up into high kneeling, and we're going to stand up again, not using any hands if we can help it. Brilliant. And we're going to recap a little bit what we did. Well, last week we have had a chance to explore the bending of the knees and the ankles with having our feet straight forward. So if you want to get yourself back into that headspace and take a few knee bends with the feet forward and then taking them out to the side and bringing them, and just notice the difference of how your legs and ankles feel, and also how your upper body feels, because we're going to today explore the movement of the top half of the body and adding some twist. So let's see how that goes. We are going to start with having our feet out by the side. And collect ourselves by having our hands in front of the chest, lowering the gaze in front of you, and taking a few breaths here, noticing the position of the feet, noticing the strength of our legs all the way up to the hips. And then notice this length of the spine as your hips are drawing heavy to the ground, and your muscles of the back and the front allowing to elongate the spine from the tailbone all the way up to your neck and even to the crown of your head. Let's take an inhale here and then exhale, dropping the hips down. Inhaling to come up and exhale. Inhaling, taking the arms forward, dropping the hips. Exhale, turning the palms up. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side and exhale. Inhaling, come all the way up and exhale, take the hands down. Inhaling, taking the arms forward and exhale, turning the palms. Inhaling, taking the arms out and exhale. Inhaling, come up and exhale, turn the palms. Now turn the feet to go forward. Take hands back into front of your chest. Inhale and then exhale, drop your hips, allowing the body to come forward if that feels natural. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, lengthen the legs again and allow the upper body to respond. Exhale. Inhaling, dropping the hips, taking the arms forward and exhale. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side and exhale. Inhaling, come all the way up and exhale, take the hands down. Inhaling, dropping the hands, the hips, take the arms forward and exhale, turn the palms up. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. Exhale. Inhaling, come all the way up. And exhale. Next we're going to take now we're going to start, so we keep feet forward first. Let's bring the hands back in front of our chest. Inhale, and on the exhale, drop your hips down. And then inhale here, and on the exhale, take the hips on the outside of your right thigh. And then start to look over to the right. And take a moment here, noticing the sensations. Firstly, the effort in your legs, position of your upper body. And then send your awareness towards your spine and your back of the spine. And then loosen up your right arm, allow that to be nice and loose. And then we take a few inhalations and exhalations. On the inhale, lifting the elbow up towards the ceiling. And exhale, dropping it down. Inhaling to nudge the elbow up, and exhale, dropping it down. Inhaling to nudge it up, and exhale down. Inhaling, nudge it up, and exhale down. Inhaling, come all the way up. Bring your hands back into prayer. And exhale. If your legs a little shake in between. It's hard work, isn't it? Let's do that again. Lift your toes in between. It's always a beneficial thing to remember the footprints and allowing the toes to get down, engaging the arches of the feet. And here again, inhale, and then exhale, dropping the hips down, allowing the upper body to react the way it likes to. Inhale, and on the exhale, allow the hands to come on top of your left hip. Take your gaze over to the side. Take a couple of breaths, noticing the position of your body. And then allow the left arm to dangle beside you. And then nudging towards the ceiling with the left elbow on the inhale. And on the exhale, dropping it back down. Inhaling to nudge towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling to nudge up towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling, nudging up, and exhale down. Last one, inhale and exhale down. Inhaling, stand up, bring your hands back into prayer, and exhale. Now we're going to take the feet out to the side. Lower our gaze in front of over the fingertips. Inhale, and on the exhale, drop your hips down between your heels. Inhale, and on the exhale, taking your hands on top of your thigh. And we're going to do the same. Inhaling, taking the elbow up, and exhale down. Inhaling, taking the elbow up, and exhale down. Inhaling, taking the elbow up, and exhale down. And on inhale, come back to the center, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, dropping the knees down, and take the hands on top of your left thigh. And then start with the left elbow, inhaling it up towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling it up and away, exhale down. Inhaling it up and away, and exhale down. Inhale and exhale, and on the next inhale, stand up, bring the hands in prayer, and release. Now I'd like to do that again. But next time, I'd like to, so we've been exploring how the rotation feels for you today. And this time, as I said, I would quite like to work with the heart center. And there's like a mudra that I've worked with quite a bit and I quite like. So I'd like to share that. And it is, you curl your index finger in to the bottom of your thumb, and then bring the thumb and the middle finger together. So if we place that in front of your chest, you can cross them over if you like. And when we come to do this, the twist again in both versions, I'd like to this time to develop the stretch and the feel, and allowing the heart to open to the side. So if I just show you, once we are looking over to one side, then you can work dynamically if that feels good, or you can really reach out with the arm and notice how that feeling travels across your whole shoulder and the back, and see how that feels. So let's do that together. Again, start with our footprints. Your feet are pointing forward, lifting the toes and dropping them back down. Acknowledge your posture of your legs being strong up to your hips. And then the lift along the spine. Catching your breath. Inhale, and on the exhale, dropping your hips down. And then take an inhale, and on the exhale, turn over to your right. And then, if you like, to inhale and exhale to warm up. And on the inhale, allow that arm to travel. Or keep working dynamically if that feels better. But allowing that sensation across the chest. To open up, and then inhale, and on the exhale bring that hand back towards your heart center and stand up. Inhaling here, and on the exhale dropping the hips back down. Gently gaze over to the left hand side, taking a few breaths, and when you're ready, either work dynamically or with an inhale, taking that hand out and about, noticing where it likes to travel, collecting your sensation along the spine and along your chest. And then bringing it back home, inhaling and exhaling, bringing that mudra back into the center and stand up. And then taking the feet out. Inhale, and on the exhale, dropping the hips, taking your gaze over to the right, and then inhaling, reaching up and open up. Noticing the weight of your hand in front of your heart center, and the twist in your back. Inhale, and then on the exhale, bring that hand back and stand up. Inhale one more time, and exhale, dropping your hips down, taking your gaze over to the left. On the inhale, open up, taking that hand out and away, feeling the connection between the hand that's traveled away from you, but the remainder and your heart center. Inhale, and then exhale, bringing the hand back. Inhale, lift up and release. Now I'd like to, how is everyone doing?
Okay. It's good, it's tough.
Yes, I'd like to to do one more notch if that feels all right, but strongly recommend a chair if that feels more comfortable. It is. I would like you to explore if that feels possible to do the same, But this time we're only keeping our toes out to the side. And then we can have our mudra in front of the chest. And then opening over to one side and open up the stretch that way. So if you like to give that a go, but if you are getting tired, then I would much rather you rest and take a chair in which you can do a similar posture. Because you've got to judge what feels right for you. And then you can do it on the chair, but having a little bit more support, allowing the legs to rest, and then reach up that way. Okay.
Yes, I don't have to get right down because my knee is only sore. So I'll do it on the chin.
Okay,
Yeah.
good choice. I think that is really good. The other option is also if you want, because it is hard work on the legs, you can also repeat what we've done, but I know we've done a lot of work on the legs, and as you are going all the way down to the floor, it takes the hard work out of the legs. But there's also another option, which is to put a couple of blocks behind you. So if you prefer, and I've brought my higher blocks if you like. So that is also an option if you want to go down towards the floor, but feel I might like a little bit more support as I'm coming down, then that's also quite lovely. So plenty of options. Have a go of what you'd like to do, and then we're going to refocus and allowing this mudra to support our heart center. And I like to work it because it concentrates our intention, and I like to open up to involve everybody around us, friends, family, everyone in the room, the world if you like, but then also not forget about ourselves. That's why I'm so keen on keeping one hand on the heart center, and that is to remind us that we are equally important and in need of love. So if you like to bring that mudra back in, then place it on your heart, finding a good position. You can also vary the distance you have between your heels, so you might feel more comfortable having it a little bit wider or a bit shorter. And then let's lift the toes and drop them back down. Get into the preparation, noticing the strength of the feet. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure you're not, you're away from the support. And equally have your feet out to the side. And then notice the length of your spine and your uplifting sensations from the hip onwards. Catch your breath, allowing it to support you on your journey towards the floor and into the twist. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, start to lower down. And if you're sitting on the chair, you can start to take your gaze into the direction you want to start working in. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, and on the exhale, take the gaze further. And on the next inhale, allow that same side arm to travel up towards the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep your sensations with your
I'm okay, just not on my toes. It's a bit better, is that okay?
Yes, yes. I just thought I'd give you some.
Okay.
Yes. then take one more inhalation, and on the exhalation, bring your hand back down. Take a couple of breaths to recenter. Swap your hands over in front of your chest. Inhale, and on the exhale, turn over to the other side. And then inhaling, coming all the way up. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the footprint that you're grounded with on the floor, and the sensations along your spine and your heart area. Inhale, and on the exhale, come back down. Take another inhale and exhale here, and then gently stand up and release. Maybe a breath of joy in between.
I just wish I hadn't put 2 pairs of trousers
But it is quite nice to do that anyway, to cleanse the palate. I quite like that. So if you bring your feet pointing forward, and we're going to do 3 inhalations in. And exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. And the last one is just a really gentle sniff. 2 full inhalations and a very tiny sniff. And exhale out. And then slowly come back up into standing. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. That's been hard work. Sorry, I almost tripped myself. Now, if you move any props away, we're going to start at the back of the mat. And give your hands and wrists a little stretch. Going to bring some more. We're going to walk on our hands again in a moment. So let's strengthen the wrists first. So like rub the hands together and then bring them into your heart center. And we're going to inhale to create the nice Y shape. And exhale. Inhale. And then on the exhale, bring the palms together and lifting the elbows, dropping the wrists down. Inhaling to create the Y shape. And then exhaling, rolling the elbows out and dropping the wrists. Here, inhale, pressing the palms together, and exhale, loosen that grip. And then inhaling, taking the palms apart, holding the hands in the same shape as they were. And exhale. Inhale and exhale, bring them back together. Inhaling the Y shape. Exhaling, bringing the hands down and lifting the elbows. Inhaling, pushing the palms together. Exhale, release the pressure. Inhaling, taking the palms apart. And exhale. Inhale and exhale, bringing the palms back together and release. Shaking out the arms. And then let's inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale, bending from the hip joint, bending the knees so that the palms reach onto the mat in front of the feet. And then walk your hands mindfully all the way down into the plank. So your tummy is all the way down to the legs parallel to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then exhale, dropping your knees down and come all the way down onto the mat. Well done. Bring your hands in front of your head and allow your forehead to soften onto the mat or onto your hands. And allow for your whole body to drop and soften. Taking a moment of rest. Acknowledging your weight of your body across the front of your feet and legs, your tummy, and your forehead resting on your hands on that. And then release your right arm to travel down by your side, and keeping your left hand underneath your forehead. But you can look over, maybe you can bring your hand down towards your temple, or if it feels better, you can even release your hand and look over to the left and allowing your head to rest, looking over your right shoulder. And then on the next inhale, lift your left arm up, your right arm up, nudging with your elbow towards the ceiling. And exhale, dropping it back down. Inhaling, nudging up with your elbow towards the ceiling and nudging back down. Inhaling, taking your elbow towards the ceiling. And exhale down. One last time, inhaling, lifting the elbow up. And then exhale, allow that right hand to rest on your buttocks. Palm facing up. And then take your head over to the other side. Look over to the left and take your left arm down by your side. Let's take a couple of nudges with our left elbow towards the ceiling. Inhaling, lifting the left arm off the mat and exhaling it down. Inhaling, lifting it up towards the ceiling and down. Inhaling, lifting it up and exhale down. And then one more inhale, and on the exhale, allow that to equally rest on your buttocks. Take a few resting breaths here. And then release the hands down to each side of your body. Allowing your whole body to be heavy on the mat. Softening. Nothing to be done. And then bring your hands next to the chest. We're going to push ourselves back up and bring your forehead to look at the mat. We're going to push ourselves back into tabletop and bringing the knees close, and then sit if that feels comfortable, bringing the knees forward, or in any other shape or form you like to bring your legs to the front. And here it's quite nice. We're going to leave the legs in front to reach for a block to sit on and feel the different heights, or a blanket, absolutely, anything bolster to create a little bit more height if you like. And from here we're going to take our legs a little bit out to the side and our hands onto the the thighs and giving our legs that have worked so hard a bit of a rub and a massage. You might even notice a difference in your muscles as they've worked quite hard. And let's attach the breath to even that movement and a little bit of intention. So every time we're going to come up, inhale, and on the exhale allow to reach forward with a nice long spine. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and on the exhale allowing that long spine to drop, dropping the head. And it's almost like a little cat and cow move as you're dropping forward, reaching down. Inhaling to come up and exhaling, moving forward, dropping the head towards the chest, and as you're coming back up, inhale and then exhale, dropping the belly forward and moving with your spine, with your breath, and with the forward motion. And with your hands connected to the legs, traveling all the way down as far as they might like to go. And then on the next inhale, come back up to the center, and then take your hands on your right leg, and then we're going to rub the left hand on the outside of the right leg. Inhale, and then on the exhale, reach over and down, inhaling to come up, exhaling to reach over and down, and inhaling to come up, and on the next exhale, reach over and down, pause the movement, and then probably guessed it, we're going to nudge with the elbow again, inhaling and exhaling a few times, and then inhaling, lengthening the right arm, and exhale, allowing that hand to rest on the bottom of your spine. And taking a few breaths here with your right hand on the bottom of your spine, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, come back to the center and release. Exhale. Bringing the hands onto the opposite side. Inhale, and on the exhale, gently stretching down with the right hand along the left outside of the left leg. Inhaling and exhaling, working dynamically a few times. And then with the next exhale, allow your hand to travel as far as it likes to go. Take your gaze over to the left and start nudging with your left elbow. Inhaling and exhaling, or the length of your arm. You can play with the shape of your hand. Inhale and then swing your left hand around and allow it to rest at the bottom of your spine. Exhaling. Taking a few breaths here to collecting the sensations. Allowing yourself to compare the twists to the ones we've done earlier. You might notice a difference in intensity. And then take one more inhale and exhale, release. And then remove your props. Bring your legs in and then gently roll down into the space behind you, bringing your knees in and hug them close to your chest. Rocking from side to side. And if you like to do some knee circles over your hips, then that is also a nice option in both directions. And then any other stretches that you might like that feel good in your against your back, it might be quite nice to take your legs overhead to allow a little bit more weight to come onto your back. And if it feels comfortable and soothing, keep rocking from side to side or circling the legs against the ceiling. Allowing now the weight of your knees and your legs to massage your upper body and the movements from side to side. We're almost ready to lie down. When you feel like your body has received all the stretches and attention that it might need before getting ready for a resting position, then you can start to get prepared for that, putting any extra pieces of items of clothing on, any socks. Any blankets, and finding the position that you feel comfortable in. Would you like that? You've got your own.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm handing out pillows and sheets for your eyes if you like to use them. Thank you. Wash them and then they are nice and fresh every time. So if you allow your body to be busy before the stillness, taking any stretches or any other movements you might like to take. And of course, even throughout the resting phase, you can move your body if that feels like something that you need to do. But otherwise, enjoy the effortless resting time. This time now for you after working really hard around your body to move, loosen, strengthen and stretch, but most importantly explore how your very unique assembly of bones, muscles and ligaments work and function. And this is now the time to rest. If you have been using Ujjayi breathing, it's now a good time to release it and let the breath soften. I'll be reading a script that continues the theme of the heart awareness. And I'm inviting you to listen to the sound of my voice, cultivating your ability to rest and stay aware. So it is time now to get ready to connect with your heart. Checking around your body again for comfort. Knowing that there is nothing else for you to do. And we're shifting from doing to just being. Your legs and feet and arms are soft and released. Your shoulders away from the ears. Your neck lengthened and released. And scan your whole body to make sure that you are as comfortable as you can be. Scanning again the sounds around you and allowing them to drift into the background. Scanning again your mental activity, let them drift into the background. And this is now the time for you to receive these words effortlessly, with effortless awareness. There's no need for concentration or thinking. Let the mind rest. Be aware with your heart. Yoga Nidra has now begun. We're taking a trip to energy points accessed through your body. Notice any sensations and energies or visions that might arise. But remain from engaging with them, simply traveling on, carefree. There's nothing you're looking for, no goal, just being. Your mind is quiet and your heart is aware. Start by bringing awareness to the point between your eyebrows. Effortless awareness of the point between the eyebrows. The hollow of the throat. The right shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist joint. The right thumb. The tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger, effortless awareness, the right wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint, hollow of the throat, over to the left shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist joint, the left thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger, the left wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint, hollow of the throat, the heart center, the right side of the chest, the heart center, the left side of the chest, the heart center, the heart center, the heart center. Fix awareness at the heart center, effortlessly, without thinking, just feeling. Notice your chest filling with each breath. It's filling with oxygen to vitalize all of your body. And also energetically, you're pulling in vital life force. This is the key to your vitality. With each deep breath in, your body receives more of this life force that it needs. With each deep breath in, your body is fed the energy it needs, and silently sighs with relief. Take a deep breath in and hold until your body naturally wants to let go. Then exhale. No need to force. Find the easy rhythm that feels just right. Inhale, filling with oxygen, pausing as the energy is received and dispersed, and exhaling the silent sigh of relief. Continue breathing this way. Deep, but a soft inhale, pause, and a long, effortless exhale. Inhaling energy, retaining gently, and letting go of any effort as you exhale. Once more. Inhale, softly pause, and effortlessly exhale. Now bring awareness back to your heart center. Picture at your heart center a beautiful glowing light in your favorite color. There's love in this light. For a moment, you see a vision of unconditional love in the light. A person, a pet, a beautiful place, a divine image that strikes the chord of unconditional love in your heart. Image of unconditional love at the heart center, illuminated by the glowing light. Hold awareness of it. Allow it to fill your heart center with the feeling of unconditional love. As the feeling grows, the light glows brighter, pulsing. And now, allow the image to dissolve. But hold the feeling of it. Hold the feeling of love. Feel that the loving light can no longer be contained by the heart center. Feel the love light begin to expand out, and as it expands, the light is pulsing, radiating. Feel it expand and flow out beyond your heart center, overflowing, flowing out throughout your whole body, down through the arms to the fingertips, down through the legs to the toes. Love light radiating out, even beyond your body, spilling over, creating a field of loving light all around you. You are surrounded by loving light. Bright, warm, comforting, alive. Feel that love at your heart center. And rest now in that unconditional love, peace and deep comfort for the next few minutes on your own. If your mind has wandered off, bring your awareness back to your heart center. Notice the heart center swelling as you inhale and releasing as you exhale. Notice your chest rising on inhalation, falling on exhalation. Bring awareness back to your body. Yoga Nidra is now complete. Feel your body still resting. Hold the sensation of your overflowing heart as you bring awareness back to the body. Take a few deep breaths and bring the awareness back to the heart center. Feel it fill your heart and overflow your whole body. Hold the sensation of your overflowing heart as you're bringing the awareness back to your body, introducing some movement back into your body, wriggling your fingers and toes, and feel the lightness of the sensation. Stretch or move your body in any way you like, and feel the sensation of love at the heart center evenly flow out and disperse to all parts of the body as you stretch. And allow more and more movement to return to your body. Treasuring each movement and sensation it brings. And when you're ready, allow light back into your eyes. Take any additional stretches that you might like, your body likes to receive. Before, in your very own time, make your way to sitting. Where I like to chant Om 3 times, and you're welcome to sing along with me, or I let the sound wash over you. Inhale. May you have love, and may you receive love. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's great.